Hey everyone, welcome to Judging for the Win. I'm Dave and this is my daily ruling. We're a competitive rel and Amy mulligans to 6 by drawing 7 and putting a card on bottom of her library. Afterwards, she looks at the top card of her library. When you ask her about this, she says she hasn't played Magic in a while and forgot you don't get to scry anymore. What is the appropriate infraction, penalty, and fix? First, in case you're a bit confused like Amy, I'll remind everyone that Magic currently uses something called a London mulligan, named after the Mythic Championship where it was first debuted. Under this system, you mulligan by shuffling your opening hand in, drawing 7, and then putting an appropriate number of cards from that 7, one for each time you've mulliganed, on the bottom of your library. The scry that you used to get as part of the Vancouver mulligan is no longer part of the mulligan procedure. This is a pretty easy mistake to make, and Amy has provided a reasonable sounding explanation for it. So unless there are other circumstances making it more suspicious, I would take her at her word here. In this scenario, Amy has looked at a card that she wasn't entitled to see. The name for this is looking at extra cards, and it carries a warning as a penalty. To fix this, we'll have Amy shuffle the random portion of her library. We know that the bottom card of Amy's library is the one she put there while mulliganing. So we'll keep it that way after the fix in order to minimize how much what we do disrupts the state of the game. So set that card aside and shuffle the top card in with the rest of her library. Afterwards, we'll return that card that we set aside to the bottom of Amy's library. If you're a player and you see something like this happen in one of your games, I encourage you to call for a judge. Some people feel bad about tattling on their opponent for something minor like this, but there's no reason for that. A warning shouldn't really affect your opponent at all, as long as they play more carefully from then on. In over 5 years of pretty active judging, I've only ever upgraded a warning to a more serious penalty once. On the other hand, it's very possible that a player could accidentally do this every time they take a mulligan throughout the entire tournament. Without some form of tracking, it would be almost impossible to catch someone doing this. And in fact, a lot of the most infamous cases of cheating in Magic's history have involved the perpetrators convincing their opponents not to call a judge, and thus getting away with it for a lot longer than they otherwise would have. And that's all I have for you today. How did you do? See you again tomorrow for another daily ruling, and I hope you have a great day.